And we move on to the final race of 7 here at Chelmsford, due off in 9 minutes' time at 3:50. The CCR supports RBL Poppy Appeal Nursery Handicap over a mile. We start with a look at number 5, who's just a little bit on her toes. This is one of a couple on the day for Dylan Cunha. He's got Battle of Baltimore in the field as well. Fred Larson takes the ride aboard McCrory here. She's a Magna Grecia filly. This is her second go in a handicap. She's beaten 6.5 lengths on her handicap debut last time out. Could just do with relaxing a little bit better through a race. And you can see she's just that active type of filly, really. Number 6 comes next. That is Serendipitous Lady for Michael Bell and Harry Davis. A last time out winner, this daughter of Advertise. That was on her second go in a handicap. Since she went into handicaps and had the headgear applied, she has basically taken a couple of steps forward. First of all, at this track behind Desert Raider, who was also sporting first-time headgear that day, and then at Yarmouth when breaking her maiden at the 5th time of asking last time out and scored by a 2-length margin. Not a massive amount of depth to that form, but this isn't a particularly strong race either, and she should have a pretty strong chance. The following horse in the red hood, I'm not entirely sure which one it is. Let's go back to number 8, 2 back. This is Little Man for Charlie Johnston and Jack Mitchell. Ran probably a career best performance when finishing second at Leicester last time out. That came on heavy ground, so very different conditions this afternoon for Little Man, but it was an improved performance on anything that he had shown previously. The horse ahead that we can just get a quick look at now is number 2. That is Beach Point for William Knight and Ross Coakley. First going a handicap today and taking a step up in trip as well, this son of Blue Point. He could well take a step forward. He hasn't shown a massive amount in his qualifying runs for a mark. Number 3 in the yellow and blue colours, Battle of Baltimore, struggling for a little bit of form really. Needs to get back to that run at Lingfield back in July time, but even that would probably need a bit of a step forward from in order to take a handicap. So we'll leave them there as they make their way out onto the track for the last. So final race of the day, and the runners are arriving at the start, or they're soon to arrive at the start. I suspect we'll be a little bit late off here again after that delay to our previous race. We're not going to quite be caught up. But these youngsters for the closing nursery are, as I said, just arriving at the start. Just go down them in race card order then. Sneaky Blinder for Tom Ward and Sean Levy. Cheap pieces on for the first time today. Moves into a handicap for the first time and steps up in trip once again, having dropped back in distance here last time out. That final run in qualifying for a mark was probably the best one of the three so far, and for all that more is needed, might well be able to show that at this second career start. Beach Point is another of the handicap debutants, a son of Blue Point, out of a useful enough mare, Dame's Fly. Is related to Finest Leader, who won races for this yard, and for all that he hasn't shown a great deal so far, he gets a step up in trip for his handicap debut 22 days on from his final run. He is going to need to find some improvement in order to figure, but first going to handicap, he may well do so. Then we've got number 3, Battle of Baltimore, for one of 2 in the field for Dylan Cunha. Kieran O'Neill, looking for a third winner on the afternoon, takes the ride. Big price this horse after heavy defeats on the last couple of starts. Best form came probably second time out at Lingfield. That was on firm ground, beaten 5 lengths into second spot, switches to the all-weather for the first time today. And this is just the second start since being gelded. 4 is St Luke's Chelsea for Rafe Beckett and Rossa Ryan. Rossa, who's looking for a second winner on the afternoon, has the blinkers on for the first time today to St Luke's Chelsea. A decent enough run last time out when finishing 4th at Kempton behind Irrelevant. That was a step in the right direction, still unexposed, and I think could be one of those in with a solid chance this afternoon, St Luke's Chelsea. McCory is the second of the Dylan Cunha runners, number 5 on the card from stall 2 under Fred Larson, who claims the £3. 4 starts so far, hasn't shown a great deal, indeed just beaten the one horse in those 4 runs, and he's going to need to find a good bit of improvement. Another of the fancied horses is number 6, Serendipitous Lady for Michael Bell and Harry Davis. Harry, who's looking for a second winner on the afternoon after winning aboard the Simon Ed Christopher trained Inverlochie earlier on in the days. 22 days on from that win at Yarmouth last time out. That was a first career win for this daughter of Advertise. She had shown an ability to handle the all-weather when making a handicap debut here the time before that over 7 furlongs. She's up to a mile for the first time today. I think that could suit her, who down one over this trip, and she has got a sound chance. 7 is Monk's Mead for Mark Usher and Robert Havlin. A winner at Lingfield on the grass back in July, has held his form since, including with a second place finish at Bath recently. He made the running that day and could be one of the pace angles following a 55-day break. Number 8 is Lickle Man for Charlie Johnston and Jack Mitchell. Second last time out, showing improved form at Leicester. Can that form be carried over onto the all-weather after acting well on a testing surface last time? And finally, we've got First Encounter, who's out of the handicap here, has a very modest mark, has been beaten a long way, 36, 43 and 42 lengths on the 3 outings so far. He's yet to beat a horse, and he's 9 impossible to fancy as he moves into handicaps for the first time on what he has shown so far. I think the market not too far wrong here, but St Luke's Chelsea is the favourite after that run last time out, and should be up to going close if the first time blinkers have the desired effect, while Serendipitous Lady up in trip is a player as well. Just about set for the last.
Last of the runners going forward. Biggest field of the day, ready. And they're off. They race away over the mile here, with diving out to the right of the stalls open Battle of Baltimore for the CCR supports RBL Poppy Appeal. A nursery handicap, one of the first away towards the inside, Sneaky Blinder. Battle of Baltimore keen on the outside despite that awkward start going forward, and will lead them as they link up with the course proper. Monk's Mead is racing towards the outside in a prominent position next to Sneaky Blinder there, 2-3, with just over a length to St Luke's Chelsea 4. A length and a half the black and yellow to Mercury in 5, 3 parts Beach Point 6, and then First Encounter, following them through with Little Man in the dark blue and white colours, and last of all at the rear of the field is Serendipitous Lady. On the approach to the halfway point and the turn out of the back straight, and Battle of Baltimore in front by a length to Monksmead in second position. Sneaky Blinder is in third. St Luke's Chelsea half a length away, one off the rail in 4, followed by Mercury 5 on the inside. Beach Point in the pink and blue, just moving up towards the outside now, pushing Little Man 3 deep. Further back First Encounter and Serendipitous Lady being hard ridden in the blue headgear at the rear of the field. Top of the home straight, Battle of Baltimore, Monksmead. St Luke's Chelsea now being asked for a bit more. Sneaky Blinder on the rail. Little Man to the extreme left. Further back Mercury, as Monksmead is now ranged up to Battle of Baltimore. Sneaky Blinder keeping on. St Luke's Chelsea trying to close, but Monksmead is the leader for Rap Havlin, coming inside the final 50 yards, and Monksmead will hold off Sneaky Blinder. 3/4 of a length, St Luke's Chelsea was third, and then Battle of Baltimore, First Encounter, and they were clear of Mercury, Beach Point, Little Man and Serendipitous Lady.
Turns from a break to go one better than when last seen at Bath 55 days ago to gain a second win of the campaign. St Luke's Chelsea was back in third spot, and they were separated by the inside drawn Sneaky Blinder, who has shown improved form in first-time headgear on handicap debut. Battle of Baltimore made a bold bid from the front. Stablemate Mercury ran on late on as well, but the winner was too good for them, Monksmead, and he has returned from a bit of time off to win for the second time this season, and he's turning into a solid enough operator at this kind of level. So a 7-race card at Chelmsford that was rerouted from the abandoned red car. Featured a few points of interest this Tuesday afternoon, and it started with a win for the well-backed Aquam, who reversed form with recent Lingfield winner Sharp Distinction to make a winning start to the afternoon for Ian Williams and Kieran O'Neill. That was to prove the first leg of a double on the day for Kieran O'Neill, who later gained success aboard Smart Deal in the cellar. That horse bought back in for $5,000 after the post-race auction. Later on in the afternoon, there was a couple of nice enough performances. Days of Our Lives in the feature race, the second at 12.55 was one of them. Marco Botti ran 2 in the race, including this horse, who was stepping up in trip for the first time and showed improved form, progressing from those previous efforts over a mile to hit the line well and win like a horse that could have a decent enough campaign on the all-weather. Jeanne d'Arc was probably the horse that caught the eye most on the afternoon, an odds-on winner for John and Thady Gosden and Oisin Murphy. A promising debut at Wolverhampton, built on in no uncertain terms here, with an impressive success in the 7 furlong fillies novice.